Godfall Review. The footage is on a PS5. Godfall is not as bad as people are saying it is. This game is no Anthem, but it's nowhere near perfect. The gameplay is fun. It's basically God of War combat expanded and made into a full game. The game is mainly combat because everything else besides the combat is just bland or downright bad, but I digress. Since the combat is the main focus, overall, it's great. The way the haptics are when weapons cling is very satisfying, and doing stylish moves during combat just looks and feels just really cool. If you played God of War, the controls are literally the same, which makes sense because they helped with the God of War combat, obviously. So yeah. This isn't a bad thing, it's just so you know the controls, what they feel like, and have a good idea of if you think you're gonna like it or not. Since the main focus is combat, it needs a good skill tree. The skill tree is really good. It feels important and actually makes a big difference in gameplay. Also, a big thing of the gameplay is your Valor plates. They are basically armor sets and look badass, and each ability fits with a playstyle which matches the Valor plate, obviously, which does suck for some people because you can't mix and match Valor plate abilities with different Valor plates, unlike in Spider-Man PS4 and Miles Morales. You can mix and match, abilities and stuff. The enemies and level designs are fine, but the forced waypoints kind of discourage exploration. Also, if you like grinding for bosses for loot, this game is for you, because that is basically one of the key points of the game. You don't have to grind for good loot, but it's optional because they give some of the better loot in the game. Now let's talk about the loot. Since this is a loot driven game, obviously it needs good loot, and I'm kinda mixed about it. I think you get way too much loot because half of them are just variants and don't change much. So you will have just big piles of weapons everywhere, and they're just garbage. You're not even gonna use them. Another bad thing is the enemies are too passive, aka the game is way too easy. So I recommend playing on the hardest difficulty, or this game becomes a breeze. This sucks because if you're on the hardest difficulty, you die 3 times and then you have to restart the level. Yes, I never died 3 times, but some people with a lower player skill level, whatever you want to call it, might. And if they play a normal mode or easy mode, those are the rest of the difficulties, it's going to be too easy. They need to add a difficulty that's in the middle so everyone can enjoy the game. Now let's talk about the narrative. Oh boy, what do I have to say? Yes, this is a mainly gameplay based game, but didn't even try. They did not even try. It's like a slap in the face. You can play through the game by yourself or through 4-player co-op, but the game feels designed for solo play. The story is that your brother Macros betrays you to seek immortality, so you have to stop him before he becomes immortal, and I'm not joking, that's it. Just no motives or anything like that. That's basically it, just power. The story's just sad and bland, and the dialogue / voice acting sounds like they picked up people off the street and then paid them like a couple $100 to voice act. Thank God that this section is over, and we can now talk about the graphics. The graphics aren't mind-blowing like Demon Souls, but they're pretty next gen. Now, on the technical side of things, the game runs smoothly. There is a performance mode and graphics mode. The footage in the background is on a performance mode, and the frames never drop at all, which is great. And I haven't ran into any bugs / glitches, which is good. Now let's begin with let's conclude the video in the final category, is value. let's get this over with. This is not worth $70. 100% not worth $70. It's not about the quantity of the content you're getting, but the quality of it. It's just lackluster. You pay $70, okay? $70 for a dead world and lore that is lazy and a story a 5-year-old can fix. So I say wait on the sale or skip. Overall, this isn't a train wreck like Anthem, and I see some people loving it and some people hating it. But I'm in the middle. This team was like, let's focus on the combat, but nothing else. Also, there is no microtransactions, which is a plus, and this is not a live service game, and the DLC is going to be paid. You get what you pay for, basically. My final score is a 6.5 out of 10, which may shock you, but this game isn't a train wreck, like I said. Finally, like, if you liked the video, like it. If you dislike it, and also check out my reviews of Spider-Man Miles Morales and Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Now enjoy the rest of the gameplay.
creature has emerged.
The ghosts of this place are restless.
It draws power from the spirit realm.
It will fall like the rest.